Welcome to the Gameshow Global eSports Cup. $200,000 up for grabs. My name is Debu. I will be your host for the second and possibly the third map and throughout the whole tournament for the remainder of the group stage 2 at least. We already see Ferlin just on fire. 6 shots by him. Just astonishing how he can work with that pistol so quick. And Hyper is not slow either. VEXED will start into the second map just like they closed out the first one with a commanding and really controlled turnout of the pistol round. Only one guy suffered defeat in his duel. It was Ferlin, and he picked up 2 frags before that, so really not big of a deal that he went down. No bomb planted for unu.Ain, who lost the first map. So they go for the Tech 9s and armor. And A execution seems to be inevitable. They run and gun their way through, and everyone goes down that sees the CT. Now Snappy will finally pick up a frag for his team, but Repo and who else but Ferlin will pick up the next frag. So, double kill in every single round. Maybe he can keep it up. He even got 1 assist. So he's a real team player here. unu.Ain still have to save until they get the weapons back, and I welcome everybody that just tuned in. The first map ended not so well for the Danish squad. In fact, they went down 16-13. They came a little closer in the end, but I think that VEXED weren't really scared too much. Almost a team kill there by Snappy, recklessly shooting through his teammate to get the kill. And VEXED make it 3-0, no problem at all. Now we can see where this game is going. The first few rounds, they were really quick. The Danes didn't waste too many seconds to get this going. Now what are they able to do against the Orb of Rallin? At least for now they are not able to do that much, but SMF tracks him down, tags him, slows him, and then goes in for the kill. It's a good job by him, drawing it back to a 4v4. And SMF will get another one. Good job by him, picking up the headshot onto Ferlin, who was a nuisance. Not only on cash, but also in the first 3 rounds here. Looking good for unu.Ain. The man advantage. They have to abuse that fact now. Groovy has to go for some information. He has to find out where the opponents are coming from. And he's running into the bomb carrier. At least he spotted that for a second. So Repo is going for the rotation. But Hyper is so far away. And he knows there is somebody on B short. He doesn't want to rotate. Repo with the headshot onto Percy. Runs out of bullets. And the bomb is down. 3v2. Still possible for the CTs to come back from. Especially with the fact they both have a defuse kit helps them out quite a bit. Oh, they saw each other. Look at that. Oh, that is quite some unfortunate timing. SMF saw Hyper in the corner of his eye, but couldn't. I mean, he didn't realize he saw him. It was on a screen, but he didn't see him. The bomb will blow up, and Hyper will be picked up as well. VEXED don't win the weapon round, and now they have to avoid losing this one. Otherwise, it would be on a save. They squeeze out that orb for Rallin, who's confident enough to go in without armor. He's not hitting that first shot, however. And we have Repo in middle already. He's being killed by SMF from underpass. A great start into the round by unu.Ain. The fact they didn't get killed by Rallin alone, that is already a great start. Now they can work with that. They can get some more map control. You can see they collect some more information on middle. Hunden is working on B. He is opposed by 2 of the CTs, but he retreats again. He will pick up the bomb and join his teammates on the A attack. One will probably go through apartments to have an additional angle. Glaive needs to hold his horses. He can't go through that smoke yet. Has to wait for his teammates to be in position. unu.Ain are not wasting any time. They're stomping away. Groovy goes down to Glaive. Great timing by the Dane. Furlan with the refrag onto Percy. But still a man advantage maintaining for the terrorists. Now a quick trade resolves in a 2v2. Furlan on 15 HP only. And Hunden plants the bomb. Luckily for him, he was covered by his teammate. SMF gets tagged from behind. Furlan goes to work, gets it back into the favor of the CTs. Now Hunden gets tagged. Luckily for him, he stays alive. He can have another chance, but Furlan doesn't let it happen. Vex is there. Furlan with the quad kill. And the bomb will be defused. Vexed up 4-1 now. And that performance by Furlan, impeccable. So that leaves unu.Ain without money. And Percy's the guy with the deagle. He's trying to find that frag, but nobody there. In fact, he gets tagged down to 14. And Percy's yet to pick up a frag. He's really desperate in that sense to get something on the board, because he knows that he can do it, and he just probably doesn't know what went wrong on Cash. Being so good at the start and then losing grip on your own game is definitely stinging. Furlan, we can just stay on Furlan. He picks up another triple kill. No problem for him. 11 frags in 6 rounds. Who cares? Just another day at work. 0-0-6 for Percy. No pressure. 7 for Repo. The second highest fragger. Who's showing that he only had one off day against TQM. Now aggressive play by the CTs. They switch it up in this weapon round. Great stuff by the Poles to throw unu.Ain off a little more. And the Danes are fed up with it. They run into the B-bomb site. They get the frag. Now it's up to the CTs to rotate quick enough to avoid the terrorists to get into the better positions. Percy in the corner. Let's see what he can do there. He's the first line of defense for unu.Ain. Good instincts there, turning away from the flashes. His teammates are calling out. There are guys in kitchen. Doesn't matter. SMF is hosing down into B short, and Repo is alone. Percy's looking for that frag. He will get it. So welcome to the scoreboard. He avoids being down 0-0-7. You know what that means. I won't say it. And yeah, thanks to the quick B execution. Great call by unu.Ain to realize, okay, guys, if we go slow, we will lose it again. We already lost the first exchange. Repo has control of middle. There is no way that we can really methodically work our way in there. I think we need to overwhelm them. And that was the right call to make. Not taking away anything from unu.Ain. They have the skill to go for the duels. But at the moment, Vex is winning them left and right. unu.Ain have to figure out something to keep the CTs from winning those duels. Sticking together is one method, because then it's not a duel anymore. But, you know, with the massive spray that is possible in CSGO, you can also be taken down by one player if you get caught in the wrong angle. And Mirage is quite hard to really go for those Wolfpack plays, at least on the A bomb side it's quite hard to do so. On B it's perfectly possible, but A is a different story. Now the terrorists are waiting for the bomb carrier to sneak his way in there. And Snappy goes for window control. That's a big part of the map. Not that big in a sense of big, but, you know, having a big impact. He's even sneaking through to kitchen. Now he needs to turn around. Yeah, he just spotted the CT. Oh, yeah. I was worried for a second. Now Snappy goes down to Hyper. The bomb about to be planted by Glaive, but it gets intercepted. And he will not survive that attempt. Hyper will dispose of him. Vexed is up 6-2. And unu.Ain need to work with the loser bonus. Need to squeeze out something. Scrape the pockets. Beg for some change at the liquor store. Rellen being flashed here is not having the impact he wanted to have in the round. While Groovy is going to work on SMF. unu.Ain is starting this round off rather well. They get the 2 frags here and they open up A. Now another one by Glaive onto Ferlin with the Tech 9 in middle. An unlikely frag to happen, but it did. Now Rellen and Hyper have to basically go for the save. I mean, they don't have the money to contest this. It's been that big of a, I mean, they are up 6-2. You could think, oh, they are up 6-2. Why do they need to save now? That's just because unu.Ain got those rounds in between, and they did quite some damage to the CTs as well. So there was no chance for Vex to build up any economy whatsoever. So we've got the 2 CTs saving their weapons, the rest obviously trying to support them and buying up as well. And the terrorists go for another B attempt. At least for now they do. Glaive with the first frag onto Rellen. Really important one to get that momentum into the site, you know, to get your teammates running in with you. It's always kind of bad if you want to go for a rush or a push together and then the first man in gets killed straight away and then everyone is stunned for a second and they take a moment to grasp what was happening, and by the time they realize it's all over and the CTs have rotated and gotten themselves. Now Hyper with that 1 frag he still was able to get. Repu trying to hold on to the FAMAS. Oh, well, a good spray attempt, but Percy will get the better of him. 6-4 now. unu.Ain will string those 2 rounds together. The CTs are running out of money, and the Danes are suddenly back in the game. After a big struggle at the first few rounds over here, they managed to win 3 out of the 4, and the CTs are reeling. Vex needs to pick up more rounds. They know that themselves. They know how CT-sided Mirage is, and they have a good idea here. Repo with the backstab onto the B push. I think Vex is about to figure out how the terrorists broke their defense, and I think they are about to figure out how they can plug that hole again. Now they don't have anything to lose, so they want to go for some frags. Groovy spots 1 target, and as quick as they know where he is, they will all peek him together. No joy for Groovy. Rellen might catch them, but as you can see, they exit through B short. Rellen had a good idea. He knows, or his teammate called, look, there's somebody in B apartments. Maybe they want to go through B apartments. And that's why Rellen turned around and then went through the underpass. just trying to intercept somebody. Now he's got a Mac 10. Oh, that flash wasn't supposed to go there. But he didn't spot anyone with his shoulder peak, so everything clear in middle. Not so clear on the A bomb side. Ruby's burning and he's being shot at, but he picks up 2 frags. A 4v3 now. Glaive burning him. Percy and Hunden, the last man standing. Percy almost goes down to the Molotov. Just stays alive here. Ferlin will dispose of his teammate, and now it's only Percy. There's not much that he can work with anymore, especially on his HP. And Rallin is there. 7-5. VEXED is back on the board, but not back in control. And we still have 3 more rounds to go. So a 10-5 would be really good for VEXED at this stage. unu.Ain on the other side, they can probably win 2 out of those 3 rounds. At least. Maybe even more. But Rallin is back at it with window control. He will shift this round in his favor and in his team's favor. Hunden working on B apartments while his teammates equalize the player count again. And Percy looking for the entry on A. He is alone over there. SMF just now made his way into connector, but he has to keep an eye out on his back, and he's still smoked off. So now he tries to bait the CTs into peeking him. He successfully did that, but he didn't get the kill. Ferlin comes out on top of that one, and VEXED in a 1-man advantage. Now 2-man advantage. Percy with a quick 180 shot onto Repo. It is Ferlin and Hyper to hold Percy off from planting. He needs to collect the bomb though, and that is the biggest problem for him. Good nade though. Just briefly tags Ferlin. Only takes away 1 of his HP. And Percy goes for the B bomb site. He makes the dash. He gets through the slot. Almost. Ferlin was just there in time to catch him before he came around the corner. That obviously could have been very beneficial to unu.Ain's economy. As you can see, SMF had 3.5k plus the additional plant money would have been a buy. Rallin in free reign with that orb. Jumping out of window, going through middle. In the meantime, his teammates on the B bomb site get attacked by the bunch of the terrorists. Suicidal move by unu.Ain to push at the same time on so many different directions. And obviously, the remaining 2 guys get picked off as well. VEXED make it 9-5, and unu.Ain is struggling. They don't have enough money to buy up in this one, so their hopes were to win the previous one and then keep going and make it 8-7. Now the best they can hope for is 9-6. Ruby underneath the balcony. Picking off the first one, but gets traded by Hunden. Good job by him. It's the last round of this first half on the second map, and unu.Ain really need to win this to give themselves a good chance on the second half. And Hunden is stepping it up in those rounds. He is really a last round guy. Snappy is not falling short either with 1 frag onto Ferlin. He makes it a 1v3 as Rallin on his own drew it back to 1v3. But SMF has him covered, and VEXED will not win the last round of the half, but it's unu.Ain to get the last boost of momentum, you know? The last round is quite important to everyone, because you take that feeling you got in the last round over to the next half. And if it's a positive feeling, You will feel positive in the next half. If it's a negative feeling, you will feel negative. And so the Danes on the CT side, they know they need this pistol to have a good chance in this map. Percy with the first shot already, but Hyper is racing through the site. He will find Hunden turned with a side towards him, but Snappy is already coming in from behind. Oh, he intercepts a bomb from being planted and takes out Hyper as well. It's a 2v3 now. Rallen and Groovy, they are separated from each other and taken out. At least one of them is. Groovy in a vicious firefight with Kitchen, but he's not picking up that frag. And now he caught himself in the corner. He is not able to get out there. And he's not able to pick up the bomb. He needs to figure something out to change the angle. He did that, but Glaive shut him down from the kitchen. unu.Ain win the pistol. Despite a great start for Vex, they had the B bomb set under control for a second. And then it was Snappy who rushed to the help of his teammates. The bomb planter kill, that was the most important one over here. And obviously the second one wasn't bad either. Hunden and Glaive with the UMPs. MP9 for Percy. Vex save. And unu.Ain tried to get as much money as possible. And that's how you do it. Glaive with the money shots. Snappy and Percy with the last ones. unu.Ain close the gap to 9 to 8. But Vex already with the buy, of course. They planted a bomb in the first round. And it's 4 Galils and 1 AK. Due to the lack of frags, they can't afford too much else either. Only a few flashes and a few smokes. They go through middle though. They have 4 players focused on that, and 1 is coming to A through the apartment. Verlin with the frag onto Percy on B short. Now the terrorists try to rebuild their strategy and reset it. They're going for the B bomb side, and that's the right call to make, at least if you consider the CT's position at the moment. Doesn't look too good for unu.Ain. They need to draw it back. They need to get another kill or some information. Possibly spot the bomb. And, well, Vex kinda made the turn again towards A. And that's not the right call to make, as I already said. And I already mentioned it on Cash as well, when sometimes you have to go for a decision. It's a 50-50 thing. You can't know what is going to happen after you take the decision. You just have to go with it and do the best you can. If you doubt your decision while you're executing it, doesn't matter if it's life, love or job, it's never going to happen. Now they stick with the plan, and as you can see, it's not happening either, even though they stick to the plan. 20 seconds on the clock. SMF with a frag from below. Somebody already pointed that out in chat, that SMF is a great dark player. He might run out of bullets if he keeps spraying that. He got the tags. He almost got the kill. unu.Ain make it 9 to 9. Convert the pistol round into the 3 rounds they needed to draw it. And now they can make Vex sweat a little bit. Especially now that Vex need to save. There's not much of equipment either. 1 flash in the hands of Hyper. 1 flash to blind them all. Drag them to darkness. And then kill them. Flash didn't get used or did it? No, it didn't. Groovy just picked it up. A 2v3 is still feasible for VEXED. especially with Percy down to 9 HP. And that headshot by Furlan. Oh my god, this guy, he is simply too strong. Simply too strong. Ding, ding. No, the song is different, I know. Groovy and Furlan, sneak mode enabled. And sneak mode is disabled now for Groovy. And Furlan wants to plant the bomb. The CTs are split up into 1 and 1. They need to make a decision as well. Do I go for it, or do I try to just plant the bomb? Do I try to get the kill and then make it a 1v1, or do I plant the bomb and then probably get killed while I do it or after I do it? Yeah, he goes for the bomb plant. The Molotov comes sailing in, and SMF gets the frag, defuses the bomb, but the cash is in the bank for VEXED. And that's the more important part here for VEXED. The fact they got the bomb plant allows them to get the bigger guns and also to get some more economy and equipment here. And at that stage of the game, they really want to get close to the CTs. They want to make them uncomfortable. They want to get as many frags in those rounds as possible. With the AWP for Snappy, this could mean trouble for the Poles. And they want to keep the CTs from, you know, buying the AWP in the next rounds and having incendiary nades and stuff like that. It is a full A execution by VEXED. No time wasted by them. Repo leaps across the gap and gets a headshot. Glaive with a return frag onto Furlan. It is a 4v4, but Repo is still working, and he is, not surprising, but he is really making me feel content that a player like him can recover from a bad game that he had yesterday against TQM. So he's putting up the numbers and helping his teammates out. Really good job by him. Double kill, and you know, double kills sometimes result in a saving CT squad. SMF is not saving. He is dying. Snappy and Glaive follow right in the tracks now. Snappy is running away. Maybe he can get this scope to the next round. The terrorists already have a good idea where he wants to go. And they tag him down to 13 HP. He flashes out. That flash won't help him. Groovy picks it up in the last second, in the last moment. 10 to 10 now. VEXED draw the game, and they hang on to the ankles of the running unu.Ain and draw them back again. It's like a father that his kid wants to run and play with his friends, and then the father grabs him by whatever clothing he can grab and pulls him back and says, "No, son, you stay here." Or daughter. I don't want to be sexist here. Or the mother. unu.Ain with a save now that VEXED have broken their equipment, their economy. The Poles are looking to capitalize on that. Good call here to push through underpass into the A area and then just hang out over there, let the bomb be planted and get frag after frag, with Rellin picking it up onto window. Snappy and Hunden, the last man alive for the CTs. They have 5.7s. That's a sidearm that can do some damage, but not against Repo, it seems like. And big shout out to you guys out there. The chat is very enjoyable. I keep an eye out on that, and I really like your interaction with each other. It's just more pleasant than the Twitch experience, in my opinion, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. We have a small pause here. Is it tactical or not? That's the big question. I wouldn't blame unu.Ain if they took a tactical pause. They are on the brink of losing control and spiraling like not a scuba diver, a skydiver. It's completely different things here, Mr. Boo. like a skydiver that loses control of his chute and just spirals around, you know, and like, what's that Austrian guy that jumped from the stratosphere? Like that. They would look exactly like that, and they try to recover. And when you pause everything for a second, that's always a good thing. You can, you know, just lean back for a second, relax, take your mind off the game, and then talk about the next round. Get yourself back in that railing, so to speak, and then start rolling again. Yeah, Archie, my fellow, or my trustworthy mod here. Even on Azubu. You're even on Daily Motion. You're everywhere, man. Big shout out. Yeah, Felix Baumgartner. Was he Austrian or German? I don't know. I should know because I'm German, but I mean, I saw it and it was cool, and I appreciate what he did because I would be scared to death. I mean, I'm really scared of heights, so I couldn't have done it. I would have blacked out. Literally, I almost blacked out already looking down a building. That's kind of embarrassing for me. Now, nobody wants to be embarrassed, at least not for VEXED and unu.Ain. They want to give us a good show to watch, and Glaive does that with a double kill and connect that. Groovy comes back with his own double kill and makes it a 3v3. Percy now leaping through the smoke, tries to get some more information and some more frags. He does that, but gets traded by Reaper, and once again another trade evolves. Oh, Hunden pulling it back. It is a 1v1. 1 minute on the clock. Just a straight out brawl. Looking like a bar fight here. Everyone bare-fisted in their faces. Hunden just didn't see Reaper, but now he does, and he picks up the 1v2 clutch. Hunden is there when you need him. He's your companion, and you can trust him wherever you go. 11-11. The Danes are back in the game again. Not giving it up. And that's just so great. The resilience both teams show. Okay, that's a cool name. No, 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 I didn't want to. No. Oh, yes. Look at that. It's so cool. I love it. I love CS. Well, we have new gloves. That's a cool thing. We can talk about that while I'm sitting in the smoke, because nobody can be asked to fix bugs that are so annoying you can't even describe it. That's why I never follow smokes, by the way, because I wanted to see where it bounces, and then I keep hold of that button just a brief millisecond too long, and then I'm stuck here. 5v3 after my rant is over. unu.Ain try to come back into the round. They are looking not too bad here. That frag by Percy was definitely really important. But now the bomb gets planted and Hyper blocks off CPL. He jumps in there and puts down Percy. It's a 2v4. No more options left except for saving. Snappy and SMF go as far as sneaking to the save. They know how close the terrorists can be. Ferlin will find that frag onto SMF. Snappy nails him to the wall. Hyper with a headshot will make it 12-11. And as quick as unu.Ain were back, they are out again. No money left for the CTs, no loser bonus at all, and VEXED can definitely make this go 14-11 is possible. I mean, wait, I don't know why they bought down to 100 and 950 and 750. I think they figured we need to go for a double save anyway. So I don't know. We need to double save anyway. We have two players with a lot of money, and the rest just goes with the flow. Repo with a triple kill now. 13-11 as I said. And now we have SMF on 4K. And the rest of the squad still needs to save. So it's probably not going to be too intense here. The CTs don't go for any stacks, and I don't know why they don't. Because in that situation, you don't have anything to lose. You have a few P250s. Why not use a crossfire? Why not use somebody to draw the fire away and then pop up from all the different angles? That's something that I just don't understand in those matches. I would go for some really stupid calls in those situations. I wouldn't go for, well, let's play it default and hope that we all hit a P250 headshot and get a kill. The likelihood of that happening is really slim. So, at least in those situations I would do it. But then again, you get known for doing it, so it's not a surprise anymore. Maybe that's why they don't do it as often as I would like to see it. But I'm just a fan of close games and upsets. That's why I like to see eco rounds being won. At least if they are won because of some cool stuff on the saving team. If they get won because the guys that bought are just completely stupid, then I don't like it too much. Now the terrorists just pushed into the A bomb site. Not too much equipment wasted on their account. They didn't have too much, but they just went in there and got the frags. Now they're getting refragged by the CTs who put up a fight in the A bomb site. VEXED on the brink of making it 15-11, but the bomb goes down and now they can't get away from it anymore. Percy is already there and the CTs have covered almost all the angles. They should be able to tell where Hyper is just by dividing, you know. So he's not here. He's not here either. And he's not there, so there is only one area left for him to hang out. It can be over there. So, yeah, unu.Ain will get this important round. And VEXED, again, I get the feeling that sometimes they get a little bit too complacent. I don't know why they went for such a simple A execution. Not really an execution. They smoked off the most basic spots and then they walked into the site. In fact, they were kind of lucky that unu.Ain let them in so far in the first place. Now they change it up though. They go through connector. Glaive has some big problems here. Groupie with the refrag. Now Snappy and SMF step it up. SMF from beneath the balcony, putting a stop to the movements of the terrorists. Repo is there with the headshot onto Snappy. And Hyper trading blows with Hunden. A 1v2 with 1 minute 3 on the clock. The bomb is on the back of Repo. He's got the initiative. He doesn't have to react now. And he definitely wants to go to B. Hunden is there. Let's see what Hunden sees. Nothing yet. He will wait for the terrorists to make his presence known. Oh, Repo with the headshot, just shooting him straight down between the eyes. He almost stuck his barrel into the face. If he had a bayonet, he would have killed him with it. SMF now coming in from the B apartments. This is the game or not the game. Can you be or not to be? That's the question here. VEXED, all the hopes lie on the shoulders of Repo, and he's not going to clutch this round. unu.Ain stay in there, and they grasp the heels of VEXED again and again. The teams keep trading those rounds. They keep forcing each other into uncomfortable positions, and I really love this matchup here. 14-13. We had a similar situation already on the first map. Now let's see if unu.Ain can actually successfully turn this comeback into a map win. Handen already tagged down to 49. He only has a Famous, despite the fact they won the previous round. It was a 1v1, and usually 1v1s, you know, they mean a round win for the CTs, but not that much of economy to work with. Now Snappy relieves some of that pressure on the shoulders of unu.Ain with the first frag, but Rallen is returning that favor from middle. 4v4 now. Both teams are just trying to find out where they are. I mean, where their counterparts are. SMF is left alone on A. Furlan in a firefight, just barely stays alive. Now Hunden with that move into underpass. What a great job he did there. He goes down to Groby though, and the terrorist on the way to the B bomb site. All the remaining 3 players are there. Percy has to stop them. He has to at least single them out or slow them down for his teammates to come around and help him out. Groby spraying desperately, going for the reload. It goes down to Glaive, but burned Percy alive. Hyper with the refrag. Now it's a 1v2. Oh, the terrorists cuddle a little bit. 11 seconds on the clock. SMF comes in from behind, and he's up against Hyper here. Rallen with the AWP in the back, and he will have him covered. 15-13 for VEXED. What another very close round that was. Sick play by both teams. They would deserve the spot in the playoffs, that's for sure. No matter who wins, big props to both of them. So 22 for Glaive, 25 for Furlan and Repo. Glaive being outlawed by the Danes, his previous team though. Outlawed in a way that there was some miscommunication with him and his teammates, and then people overreacted, and I don't know what really went on, but things went wrong, that's for sure, and he was removed from the roster. Something that I really regretted, because I like Glaive a lot. His plays were quite big, and back then I think he still was an AWP player, if I'm not completely mistaken. Doesn't matter for now. No AWPs in play for the CTs. unu.Ain go for a small stack on the B bomb site. It's their last chance. Glaive and SMF work on A. Furlan is coming their way, and maybe they can get that kill and then get his weapon, go for a quick rotation and help their teammates out. There is Furlan with that frag on the A bomb site. In the meantime, his teammates unleash their anger on B. Rallen and Furlan with another flurry of frags, but Percy gets a refrag onto Rallen. Now the bomb is dropped. The round is about to go over. 5 seconds left. Percy running for his life, but doesn't get it. Oh, Hyper just came around the corner in the most inconvenient moment for Percy. That was a little bit too close for comfort, but VEXED will qualify for the playoffs of the Gameshow Global eSports Cup. So congratulations to them. And I will try to talk without moving my lips so you can't see that it's not in sync. Well, that didn't work out. No. Congratulations to VEXED for qualifying for the playoffs. They will join TQM from their group. It was Group B. So let's see if Group C and D can be as entertaining as the first 2 groups we saw. We will have a game tomorrow at 9 o'clock, so I hope you will tune in again. Let the spam begin in chat. You remind me of Twitch here. This is unreal. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had some fun with me, and I would appreciate a Twitter follow, as well as Gameshow would appreciate that follow as well. You can see their links over here. We love you very much, and I hope we will see each other tomorrow. Take care, have a good night, pleasant sleep and dreams. See you.